What is going on? It's Larry Jenkins, and right now we're going to conclude this thing with the team that got the biggest prize to be had in this whole four-team ordeal, the Los Angeles Lakers. And I'm going to say this right now. No, they are not the favorites to win it all. For the simple fact, according to these reports, if they are true and Dwight Howard is not ready at the beginning of the season, it's only going to hamper what these guys do offensively. Because you got to realize they don't have another big man down there to legitimately back up what Andrew Bynum was able to give them in terms of a presence down low. So with that being said, I know I'm probably going to catch a lot of heat for that, but I really don't care. This is my opinion. You guys want to listen to it, it's up to you. But here's what I think. If Dwight Howard is on track to get back in better shape and is able to contribute to this team in immediate fashion, I think it will be a tremendous help for the Los Angeles Lakers moving forward. Just because he won't be able to play, I don't think that necessarily means he won't be able to practice. He'll probably be learning the playbook, learning plays and all that other stuff. But it's nothing like getting on the court and actually being able to practice with your teammates. Whether or not you're able to actually play in the game is something totally different. But we got to remember the NBA is a grinded out type of season where you go in, night out, and you're playing hard. So you got to wonder, Dwight Howard's always been one of the best athletes in the NBA, bar none. But when you consider how the Lakers team is made up right now, I'm going to tell, first of all, the trade gets an A+ because you get the best big man in the world right now. Let's get that out the way. It's an A+ trade, no doubt, especially when you consider you don't have to give up Pau Gasol in order to get him. But here's the thing. Dwight Howard is going to be the fourth best offensive option for these guys on this Los Angeles Lakers team. The way I see it, Dwight is fourth, Nash is third, Gasol is 2, Kobe is number 1. Kobe is going to be number 1 as long as Kobe is wearing number 24 in LA playing in Staples Center. Steve Nash runs the pick and roll to perfection. Steve Nash running the pick and roll with Pau Gasol will be the most beautiful play that we see in the NBA all season long. Mark my words, Pau Gasol and Steve Nash pick and roll will be the most beautiful thing we've ever seen. Will Dwight Howard take offense to that? That remains to be seen. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if I'm Mike Brown, the first thing I'm telling Dwight Howard is, don't look for the ball on offense. We don't need you offensively. We got enough offensive firepower. Your job is to rebound, defend, block shots, protect the paint. If you get an offensive rebound, putbacks, those are great. We're not going to look to consistently give you the ball. So don't look for many touches a night, especially when you consider you still have a guy like Kobe Bryant on your team. Steve Nash, who can create for anybody on the court. Don't get me wrong now. I'm not saying that he's not going to get the touches. I'm not saying that he's not going to put up numbers. But I am saying that he has to learn to not be the focal point in this team. Orlando, he was the man. He was the guy. In LA, not so much. Nash is going to run the offense. Kobe is going to take shots. Gasol is going to post up and create either for himself or for others around him. Gasol is a very underrated passer. A lot of people don't really respect that part of his game, but he can do it. And then Dwight Howard will be the cleanup guy. And then here's the other thing that I wonder. A lot of people want to throw LA immediately into NBA title contenders. Can they contend for a title with this team? Yes. But can Steve Nash stop Chris Paul? Can Steve Nash stop Russell Westbrook? Can Steve Nash stop Rajon Rondo? Can Steve Nash stop a Darren Williams? Can Steve Nash stop any of these guys? The answer is no. This is a point guard driven league now. When back in the days, big men were the thing that you needed to have. Now in the NBA, with the rise of the point guard, when you have guys who are athletic like a John Wall, a Russell Westbrook, a Kyrie Irving, these guys that are showing up, it's a point guard driven league. Steve Nash and that Lakers offense should be the most potent offense in the NBA all season long. No question, no doubt about it in my mind. Defensively though, Steve Nash's liabilities is where Dwight Howard's strengths should come into play in stopping guys like Westbrook, like Derrick Rose, like a Chris Paul from getting into the paint. But here's the thing. These are all elite point guards. Just because you blow past Chris Paul, if Dwight Howard's come to help out, who's to say Pau Gasol is going to help out on Dwight's man? And then who's going to recover for him? Steve Nash is a defensive liability, first of all. We all know this. And the other thing is, will Steve Nash be healthy enough to play out the whole season as the Lakers point guard? That remains to be seen as well. Also, Kobe Bryant has been grinding all year long. The man played the entire season. They made a playoff run. They went. Now he's playing in the Olympics. You gotta wonder how much is really Kobe putting on himself. We know that Kobe is a gamer. We know that he's a baller. We know he's gonna go out there and do everything that he does. But you gotta wonder, as age goes on, how much can Kobe really contribute? We've seen last year how much of a jump shooter Kobe has been. We've even seen in these playoffs how much of a jump shooter Kobe has been. He's not attacking the basket as much anymore, and I think that Dwight Howard will only help get Kobe much more wide open shots. But like I said, it's been said that Dwight Howard is not going to be ready at the start of the season. So, with that being said, how is this offense going to run before Dwight actually joins the team in a real game? That remains to be seen. So everybody can say, oh, they're the clear-cut winners to win the NBA title. Last time I checked, the Miami Heat down in South Beach are still the ones that hold the title of NBA champions. Until they're eliminated from the playoffs, they're the favorites to win it all, yet again. Especially with the acquisition of Ray Allen and Rashard Lewis to keep stretching the floor like they did against the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's going to be a great thing. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But Lakers get an A+. But as much as I like this move for the Lakers, you got to wonder, how can Mike Brown put this all together? This is going to be perhaps the biggest challenge of Mike Brown's career. He's already been second-guessed as an NBA coach. A lot of people feel that he doesn't possess the ability to run an offense suited for all these guys. When you consider the lineup that they have, it's very difficult to say what Mike Brown is going to do. We seen last year that Kobe Bryant was the offense. You gave the ball to Kobe, you let him do what he did. He led the league in scoring, if I'm not mistaken, or is second behind Kevin Durant. Yeah, he was second behind Kevin Durant. But this is the thing. Dwight Howard is going to be the fourth option on offense with that starting lineup. Whether he likes it or not, he's going to have to deal with it. If he can't deal with that, then he has a problem. And then here's the other thing that benefits Dwight Howard. Kobe Bryant's contract, I think, is up after the age of 35. He said that's the age that he wanted to retire. His contract is up at the age of 35. He said he wants to retire. It will be in Dwight Howard's best interest to stick around in the LA uniform if he wants to be considered the man of a team like he was here in Orlando. But do I think that will happen? That remains to be seen. He said he's not going to extend his contract. He's going to play it out and then see what happens in the offseason. When you consider that the Lakers can give him the most money now, it's the same thing with Andrew Bynum. The Sixers can give Bynum the most money. Will these guys stay around for the money, or will they go and play out their desires the way they want to in other cities? It remains to be seen, but I will say this. The Lakers are not the favorites to win the NBA championship. They are in title contention. I still have them as the third best team behind the Miami Heat and Oklahoma City Thunder. And a lot of people may say, well, hold up, how can you put the Thunder ahead of them? They haven't played a game together yet. They don't know each other's tendencies that well on offense. Steve Nash. Here's the other thing. Kobe Bryant, as long as I can remember, has never played with a legitimate point guard on his team. Pau Gasol has never played with a legitimate point guard on his team. Dwight Howard has never played with a legitimate point guard on his team. And then vice versa with Dwight Howard. He's never played with a player with the talent of a Kobe Bryant on his team, as well as a man to help him out down low in a Pau Gasol. And a point guard that can help him create, get him wide open shots like a Steve Nash. These are a lot of elements that people have to factor in when you look at this team before you start saying the NBA title contender. They will have to mesh pretty quickly in order for them to actually win it all. Do I think they can mesh that quickly as well, especially with the questions of whether or not Dwight Howard will be healthy at the beginning of the season? It remains to be seen, but I will say this. Once Dwight Howard is healthy and playing alongside these guys, it's going to be a very dangerous team. But do I consider them NBA title favorites right now? No, I do not. So let me know what you guys think. I know a lot of y'all out there in Lakerland are probably going to hate this video. I really don't care. This is my opinion. But if you know the game of basketball, do you know everything I'm saying is true? I'm not saying anything bad about the Lakers. I'm just stating the facts. None of this has happened yet, so we have to wait and see. So hit me up with those comments down below, whether they're positive or negative. That's up to you. I'll read them. I'll comment back if I feel that they're worth me replying to. This is Larry Jenkins. This is my sports take on the Lakers acquiring Dwight Howard. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.